You are now tuning into
DJ Don Cøøg.
every Monday.
From 2 to 4.
We love Don Cøøg.
The Daily Note.
But we have our special guest now. Step to the mic, bro.
How's it going?
How's it going, man? Welcome to the show, Ivan. This is Ivan, owner of Sneaker Shouts, and just a brilliant person in general, man. Welcome to the show, man.
Appreciate you guys having me here too.
Yeah, no doubt. It's good to have you, man. Sneaker Shots, popular thing. Everyone that I told, like, that you were going to be on the show, they're like, oh, dude, that's sick. Like, yo, Sneaker Shots.
Yeah.
They're like, because everyone around here that's into sneakers, into anything, like, even before I was, like, into sneakers and got into that, I would see, like, your posts on Twitter,
Yeah,
Instagram,
that's
and all
dope,
that
that's
stuff.
dope.
Like, I'll just, like, the Explore page. And so, like, that's
Yeah,
how you know
yeah.
you made it. Like,
What's crazy is my introduction to Sneaker Shouts was following my homie Jason. Shout out to him, by the way. He would just he posted a picture of his Vans. Like, he has some bleach Vans that he posted. And I just remember I followed it just like much like I follow like other sneaker blogs, just like, keep up with updates or whatever. Months later, I find out like the kid who runs it is from Rhode Island.
Yeah, that happens
And he's
a lot,
sitting
man.
here,
That happens
right?
a lot.
yeah, I had no clue. That's
That's
it. Like, I didn't know that
nuts.
until, like, today he told me. I was like, word? I was like,
Yeah.
because I
There's
was
still
like, yo,
people
where is
that don't
Ivan
know.
even coming from? Like,
Yeah, you thought he was from like New York or something.
yeah, I was like, okay. He's like, what? No, he's like, no, he's in Warwick. I was like,
Nah,
Word,
man,
like-
Warwick, Rhode Island.
That's crazy, man. But yeah, man, welcome to the show. Super excited to have you, man.
Cool.
Word.
This is all new to him, by the way.
Yeah, nah, I
That's
don't get
cool.
on things like this. I just hide behind a computer screen.
Yo, whatever works for you, man.
I
You're
mean, it
doing good for
happens, bro.
yourself.
It's a weird transition when you like
Yeah,
talk about like
it's good though.
yourself.
It's opening doors and just keeping a open minds to things.
No doubt, dude.
But for those who don't know, who aren't familiar with Sneaker Shouts, explain what it is and the origin of it.
So Sneaker Shot started as kind of like a page, just like a page for the community. So like, you're an up and coming artist, photographer, entrepreneur, whatever. I wanted to give you kind of a space where you could kind of reach a new audience. So like, you want to feature on sneakernews.com. You're gonna have to pay $5,000.
Really?
Yeah, $5,000. So like, you want to be featured on these blogs. It's anyway. Hypebeast is like $10K.
That's money I don't have.
Yeah, so it's like how many of us brands, you're trying to start a line, you're trying to do whatever,
Word.
you don't really have that. So what I want to do is kind of create a space for them to be able to, put their work out there, put their products, services, or, anything that they got going on. So that's kind of where it started, as being like a community page.
For sure.
And then so I launched the Instagram where, I saw this kind of lane where people were taking pictures of their shoes with like HD cameras.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh, if you use my hashtag, I'll feature you. I think the first month we had like 10K followers, and it just kind of snowball effect. And now it's
Yeah.
just kind of growing on its own.
Now
so
you guys are like, what, 185,000?
Yeah, what
I haven't
Just
checked in
about.
weeks, but yeah, it's just around there.
Well, I checked this morning, and yeah, that's where they at, so.
I'm
And then-
just doing his homework.
Yeah, right. And then the Twitter page is really another lane that I think a lot of brands and companies overlook, and that's kind of more like sneaker news rather than featuring people. But
Sure.
it's kind of just like, I know people are gonna follow both, so I don't want the same content going across two platforms. So I kind of switch it up and go two different lanes. But pretty much it's just a sneaker page. I'm turning it into a blog this year. And from there, I'm hoping, it could just keep growing and kind of branch out and have, other parts that go along with that.
That's dope, man.
Yeah.
I like sneakers, so I think it's gonna work. I mean, I
Oh,
can't
Yo,
see it not
sneakers is
working.
the easiest thing, too.
Dude,
Like,
Yo,
Everyone-
I told him that. I
That's
told
what I was
him
saying,
that
I was
like
like-
an hour ago. I'm like, sneakers
joke,
is such
this
an
is all
easy
we were
thing
talking about.
because,
Yo, it's like, no, if you think about it, it's like sneakers. It's like people give up, like, people make sacrifices to go buy a pair of shoes. So like every week you got people like, you can
Yeah.
never have too many shoes where it's like, if you do like makeup, it's like how many pieces of I mean, I guess makeup's a bad example, but like,
But, like, I never waited in line, like, 24 hours for, like, a skateboard or, like, a hat or something
Yeah.
like that. Like, sneakers, you would do that all day.
sneakers is it's like everyone wants them. Like
Yeah, no.
all my life, like I was texting him the Yeezy release, like crying, like
yeah, no, that was crazy.
I had the Yeezy Boost in my cart.
Bro, the Snapchat, you were, like, clicking it. You're like, why?
Why? Like why?
I
Like
don't even know if anyone bought a pair.
Yeah.
I don't believe those are really.
Well,
I'm just, in my head,
it wasn't
they
cool.
didn't really.
G didn't
Those
buy
are,
none.
those are
See,
really
they're already
bad
lining up
jokes.
in UK for the Yeezy, so they're
Yeah,
gonna be
dude,
waiting
it's
5
wild.
days.
It's crazy.
You're talking about 24 hours. They're gonna be there for 5 days.
Some dude outside with, like, a foldable recliner. It's crazy.
Some kicks, man. That's crazy.
It is.
One of my questions I want to ask you. I'm just ask you now.
All right.
What's your opinion of the sneaker culture right now? A lot of people will be like, "Yo, it's messed up," but a lot of people feel like it's too many hype beasts are involved. What's your opinion as the guy who runs a sneaker page?
Too many hype beasts. I think people are I think the majority of the culture is just attracted to the same things. So it's like, you know, I was at a show yesterday, that Rhode Island Exchange,
Shout out to them.
and you know, you got the kids looking for the same 10 shoes, and that 10 shoes just keep rotating. So I think it's just like people want to stand out, people want to, you know, be cool. So what they're doing is they're gravitating to these limited shoes. They're you know, you got a pair of $2,000-$3,000 shoes on, you're gonna stick out, and they feed off that vibe. So I think like it's just a fact of we're not wearing shoes anymore because we like them, we like how they feel or look, or you know, we just enjoy shoes in general. It's more like I'm trying to impress the next man. I really get in that vibe. So I don't think the culture is dead. I just think it's like evolving into something where it's like it kind of, you know, put yourself at a, you know, I'm better than you or you're better than me. Yeah, it's like a competition.
It's a shoe status. It's like
yeah, it's more of a status thing now versus whether like you actually like the shoe or know the technology behind it. Because you ask a lot of these young kids, you know, tell me a little bit about this shoe. They have no clue.
Nah, word.
Like, yo, it look cool.
Yeah, they have no clue.
That's
So
how I feel. I just like certain pairs of shoes. Like if it smacks, I want it.
yeah, exactly.
There's
That's how
no-
it should be. And a lot of people don't even wear their shoes. You know, I talk to a lot of
Yeah.
guys and they're like, oh, economically, it's better if I don't wear these and, you know, sell them down the line. It's just something I guess I don't get it because I never really like been into like I'm a worst reseller. So like I buy a shoe, if I don't like it, I sell it for like half the price later.
That's how
So
I am though. Like,
Yeah.
I want to buy it because I want to wear it. I think it smacks on my foot.
yeah,
Just-
and that's how it should be. You should be enjoying them and wearing them and when they get dirty, you donate them or throw them out.
I wear like my threes I have on currently are so beat, yo.
They
But I
look
just
good like that,
but I
though.
love them. I just like
good beat.
what me is just
Tell
like
stories.
my sneaker thing is just like my mom didn't grab me sneakers growing up because
Yeah.
they're hella expensive. I got my money up. I buy shoes. That's just my introduction.
He
So
was
it's
at Foot Locker, that 2 for $40.
for sure. Word, yo.
The
Like,
feelers, what were they? The feelers? Or
Yeah,
two
the
for-
feelers.
nah,
for
it's my own fault. My mom didn't buy me kids
Yeah.
growing up. I messed them all
Sweet
up, yo. It's my
pleasures.
My parents were just like, you got a $30 budget. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. That's why Van stuck for me real
Word,
well.
yeah, we both
Like-
worked at Vans, which is mad fun. So, like, to you, in your opinion, sneaker culture isn't dead. It's
I
a
think
competition.
I think it's just a competition. It's growing. It's bigger than it's ever been.
I
So,
think
like,
so.
you know, back in, I want to say, like, 08, 09, you could wake up. I used to wake up, what, was I 11th grade? I wake up, take the rip to the Warwick Mall, and, yeah, right? And, I got a pair of kicks. I got the Aqua 8s that are going to come out again this year and probably going to sell out in minutes. So,
Crazy.
I think it's just something that, you know, retailers are adapting to now with the raffles and stuff like that. But it's just so many people got into it. It just, like, boomed out of nowhere. So, there's a lot of opportunity in the sneaker culture. I wouldn't say it's dead. It's just,
It's
you know,
different.
yeah, it's a lot different.
Like, even with the old heads looking at it, it's real different to them because they're just not used to it. I get it. I don't think it's dead. I never thought it was. I think it can be hella annoying, though. Like,
Oh, definitely.
Maybe I'm just salty because I still get the Yeezys. I'm super salty, man. Like, no one feels me. Like, I texted him mad times, like, well, yo, what's going on? Fix it, Ivan, fix it.
Man, I couldn't even get through.
That's a problem when, like, owner sneaker shops can't get the sneaker he wants, yo.
Oh, no, I mean, that's the thing is a lot of people think I got all these connections in terms of, like, getting shoes. Like, so many people hit me up for the Yeezys. I'm like, man, I can't even get them. Like, it's people I didn't even know, like, that know directly, like, the dude who got Kanye to come to Adidas. My boy didn't even get a pair, and he knows him. So
Yeah.
it's like,
He, like,
it's just
worked on
like,
that.
yeah, it's like you got to really, really be tight with Adidas to get a pair, or, you know.
Or just extremely
It's not
lucky
that
somehow.
easy. You know, I don't even think any of those brands even value what I'm doing yet. But I mean, one day they're gonna learn.
Yeah, soon they'll catch on, man.
For sure. We gonna talk more about your brand, more about future after this music brand. Music break. Wow.
Music brand.
Yo, I was dope acted by ASAP Ferg.
Ferguson.
He said recently expect the album very soon. So ASAP coming correct. We still got the homie Ivan in the building.
What's going on?
He getting his Instagram, Twitter popping. That kid just uploaded a picture like 10 minutes ago. Already got like 70 likes. Like, I get on your level, bro. Just please teach me.
Do it for the gram.
That's it.
But yeah, we back. We still got questions about damn near everything, man. So you mentioned earlier that you want to launch a website for sneaker shots. Well, a blog rather.
Well, it's up right now. It's just not really a lot of content.
You wanna?
Like really
Expand
push
on
it this year, yeah.
Am I pushing? What do you want to do with this?
So basically, it's gonna be like a different take. Like I want to create more content and curate it. So right now, it's like I'm just pulling, other people's work, and it's like I kind of like, I met certain people at these brands where it's like, I can actually start creating my own content and kind of giving my own spin on like things that people like. I really like been rolling with Saucony, which they're based out of Lexington, Mass, which a lot of people don't even mess with them or know about them.
Dude, Saucony is
I
so
was
nice.
on a pair last night. Comfortable.
Yeah, they're super comfortable and like they have couple cool silhouettes that they're gonna bring back this year, and it's just like I wanted to be a part of that, so I got involved with them a little bit, and it's just like they got a lot of like groundwork to do, so it's just like doing things like that, more projects with like direct brands and creating content, and I just hired 3 interns that I just got off the phone with them, and we got to get them like writing, and they're all high school students that passionate about sneakers, so I'm bringing them on, giving them a place to kind of start building their own resumes.
That's sick, man.
And just you can come onto my page, get the latest sneaker news, get some new stuff that's not going to hit other blogs because obviously these brands ain't paying them. Just things like that, just more creating and kind of just giving you guys, everybody knows, this Jordan's going to drop next weekend. Here's the release dates, here's the retail. I don't want to be that guy because, like, you already knew that.
Yeah, you can find
What
it
I want to
anywhere.
be is like, oh, I didn't know about this brand, or, I didn't know that this was actually going to drop. Things like that I want to bring to the community, so.
I will say,
Yeah, no, that'd be good.
I've learned a lot of Saucony drops because your page.
Yeah, and
Because no one else advertises like
Word, like
Saucony's,
other blogs kind of do, but like
Sneaker
really,
News does. That's because they pay Sneaker News.
Word,
so.
but like you're like really
Yeah.
like you really want us to know. You would like give us.
Yeah, that's my boy. He just got promoted over there as digital marketing director.
Congrats, then.
Okay.
So
congrats.
shout out to Brandon. And he's just doing his thing. So he's trying to really turn around that company because, like I said, it's a bunch of old guys in this game that don't want to clash with the young guys. And the young guys really got a grasp on what people want, what they want to see, and things like that.
Yeah, and personally, like, I love Saucony's. Like, I had Saucony's, like, all growing up and this and that. Like, and Saucony's, like, they're not even expensive like other shoes. And so,
It's like a
you can,
$60, $80 price point, and you're getting actually pretty good quality.
it's really nice quality, and
they're coming from the same factories New Balance is coming from, so.
Exactly.
Question, bro.
All right.
Fan, like just a question from a sneaker.
Yeah.
Coming from the homie @kid_DPC. That's my homie Conrad. He asked, I want to know what was the hardest part about starting up the Covert Connect brand.
All right, so that's my clothing line that I started up.
Okay. You
So-
can just tell us about,
So
yeah.
he must know. Bro.
Yeah, he must follow
Conrad,
me.
though.
He's,
That brand's been.
Shout out to Conrad one time. So,
Yeah, so the hardest part about starting a brand or any business is one, the funds. Like
Sure.
being able to say, yo, I'm gonna risk. When I started up Covert Connect, I risked like $5,000. So it's like anywhere from getting an LLC done to getting your logo done, getting your site done, and that's like you're not even selling yet because it's like I need the site, you need the logo, you need the LLC,
Yeah.
and then you gotta What I didn't do was I didn't trademark any of my designs because it's expensive. So I just trademarked anything I thought. Like we did a Much Wiser tee, which was a play on Budweiser.
Yep.
And Budweiser actually hit me up and was like, yo, we want to know your inspiration behind this. And that right there, I was like, nah, we got to trademark that. In case they ever try to use it, you can kind of protect yourself and they got to pay up.
Uh-huh.
But the hardest part is, one, getting the funds, and then two, finding the means to kind of get your work out of there. Because like it's like, okay, cool, I made this T-shirt. My price point's $25, but like, how are you going to connect to the consumer? And that's where I utilize, social media, and a lot of people overlook social media.
they do.
A lot of people see it as an
Social media is
expense.
the most powerful tool.
Yeah, so
The internet is.
yeah, the internet in general. So it's like, my site was just online, and online sales was 80%, and then local sales was 20%. So I would say, yeah, getting started with raising funds. We all don't have money to just invest $5,000 into a project that you don't even know. Yeah, I did it. I made it happen, but we don't all have that luxury. So it's like, even if I had only 2, I would have made it work. It's just, slowly building that brand, connecting with your audience, and kind of, utilizing, free technology like social media, Facebook, Twitter, and stuff like that. It's a real grind. You gotta be on top of things.
Gotcha. I feel you on that, for sure.
Great answer. Great question too, Conrad. Shout out to you, bro. We still got more questions though. We besides Sneaker Shouts, you also told me you run another page called Men's Wear Deals.
Menswear Deal, yeah, which I started when I was working at Karmaloop. It's just basically a page where you could, I'm just giving you deals that you could find like online. So it's like, these top 10 brands that I think people like. I'll go find deals for you, half off, 40% off, just things like that. Just giving people deals, and kind of just fashion news and stuff like that. More geared towards streetwear, men's, like higher end men's, and it's just a cool little page that if you're into fashion and stuff, you can keep up on things without having to surf 10 or 12 different websites.
So if you're into clothes, guys, and you want some deals, follow Men's Wear Deals on Twitter. There was a point in time where like I remember when I first followed it, there was some crazy deal where like you guys got joggers for like damn near free. Why your pages are doing well, man. They all get like crazy like feedback. What's that like? To start something and see it.
It's
really
cool, but it's annoying when people just blow up your phone like, yo, let me get on your page or send me photos of their sneakers, and I'm just like, man, like, what do you say to these people?
No.
But it's cool. It's like
Get like the generic like.
it's kind of like I'm at a point now where it's like I'm looking kind of beyond that, and kind of it's just opening a lot of doors. Like Sneaker Shots open the doors for Saucony's, Sneaker Shots open the door for Johnny Cupcakes, just a bunch, Sneaker Con. I'm cool with the guys there. I went down, visited Cøøg down in New York and Atonic, which they're trying to bring that brand back.
Wait, like Cøøg?
Yeah, so Cøøg's coming back. It's already back. They launched I think a couple months ago that Ronnie 5. Yeah, I didn't even leave with a piece. But
Listen,
what was cool was what's that? ASAP Yams, rest in peace. But yeah, he was down there at the same time I was at the office.
That's it,
So we kind of got booted out. We didn't get no free gear.
Oh man.
But
Listen, tell Cøøg to holler at me. They call me
Yeah.
Cøøg on Twitter, bro. I'm trying to get a sponsorship for real, son.
Yeah.
Like,
now they're coming back. Them and Atonic. I think they got a shoe collab coming. I think I got.
Oh, word? Okay.
If they need like a 5'6" black kid with curly hair,
That's
holla at your Wallace, son. We gonna make it. But
I
nah,
got
it's
you.
dope.
I got you.
Good look. I appreciate that. Yo. A great conversation. We talked about sneakers, sneaker shouts, men's wears deal,
Conversation hasn't stopped.
Disney
Like,
princesses.
while
It's
music
been
played.
an interesting day.
Oh, it has.
I learned a lot though, like about you. Like I know what you do now.
Yeah, honestly, I'd be like, oh, yeah, I know Sneaker Shouts. I know Ivan. He does this.
Everyone's
give
biggest
people the Wikipedia on him.
for
like,
sure. Like everyone's biggest misconception is like, what do you do? Like besides sneaker shots, like what do you like? Because people look up to you. We're talking about that off
What do I
air.
like to do, like on my free time?
No, like people are like, what's his role? Like you post shoes, but like what else? Like you know what I'm saying? Like you're like behind the scenes.
I guess it's just like, consultant. So it's a lot of marketing that goes behind it. It's just like, I'm big on like content marketing. So it's like, I guess I kind of built a lane there where it's like, these old dudes don't know what social media is. They don't know how to run a proper Facebook or Twitter page. So it's kind of, that's where I kind of built my respect. And then people, as Sneaker Shouts grow, it's like, oh, yo, I like what he's doing. It's a great feat to add to my network. You kind of get respect from other people. So now you can consult. So, sit down with Saucony or sit down with any companies and kind of, I think you should be doing this. And, they'll do some of it and they won't do some of it. So it's just like, it's just cool to like, I don't know how to explain it. It's just,
Yeah, honestly,
I'm a blogger, I guess you would say. I'm just a blogger. So
you're a cool blogger.
You're
a lot of the
cool,
bloggers
man.
are cool, man.
I think so. I think I'm pretty cool.
I knew that one was coming for some
Yeah,
reason.
bro. What you, man, we cool.
It's
as
just
hell.
voicing your opinion. That's all it is.
Yeah.
So off the air, you were telling me about like how you love what you do. You wake up, schedule. You do awesome things.
A lot of people like, I get a lot of stuff like, I'll tell somebody, oh, I gotta go home, I gotta be up early, and they're like, you work for yourself, and I'm like, yeah, but you gotta still set a schedule. You gotta make sure you're on top of emails,
For sure.
you're scheduling stuff. You got phone calls to set up with people. It's basically you're just working for yourself, but you work twice as hard because it's like when you go to work, you don't care. Like you work at Vans, you don't care if you sell 10K or 20K of shoes that day. Like it's not gonna affect you directly, but my business affects me directly. So it's like you got to be up, you got to take care of business and make sure you stay consistent. And that's something that I tell everybody like, oh, I'm doing this. You have any advice? It's just stay consistent. You can't if you're blogging, you can't blog once a week or once a month. Like if you're blogging every day or twice a day or 3 times a day, just be consistent with that. And it's gonna snowball. It's gonna pile up. You're gonna build your readership, and it's gonna take off. And what else was I saying?
We were talking about how you're an introvert, and
I'm
it's
an
really
introvert.
weird that like people like you. Like people like really like.
Okay, yeah. So I'm an introvert. So I keep to myself. I do a lot of observing, and kind of So for me, it's just like weird. It's like, oh, when I started Sneaker Shots, it's just to give other people a space. It was like some people don't even know what I look like, which. Some people say, oh, why don't you ever post your face or anything? It's like, it's not even about that. It's just like, I want to give you, a great page or a great blog and either you like it or you don't. Because I think people, the one thing is too, is like when you start putting yourself into it, is like people are going to base, like they're not going to even read your blog, but they're going to have an opinion on you based on like how you look, how you dress. So it's like people draw opinions and they don't even give you, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
yeah, especially if someone doesn't know.
I'm sure there's
about
a lot of people who don't like me out there or, say some, negative things about me, and it's like I've never even been in a room with them, so it's like how could you draw that opinion or so it's just like it's just different to me. So it's like just gotta kind of embrace it, I guess.
Must be dope though that like since people don't know like I know who runs Sneaker Shouts because now that I know you, it must be cool that people just really like
The page.
the concept.
Yeah, the content and the idea of it.
Because like my biggest problem like since I started this is like people know that I run it, so a lot of people just kind of go to it because like they like me and I want to get out that box. It's a really annoying box.
But what you need, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk. But like it's just like I'm saying on it, it's super annoying when people kind of just support you just because you're you, like just because you're a popular being and people gravitate towards the way your personality is, as opposed to just liking what you like.
But just
the concept.
embrace those people
For
and,
sure,
and use them to
I
kind
love them all. Shout out to everyone listening. But like
use those people to kind of they're gonna tell their friends and their friends are gonna tell their friends, and then you're more global than just local. But you just gotta embrace that, man. If they like you, they're gonna like your content. So
if it's good, if it's good.
Like
a lot off air too, man. We learned a lot. It was a great conversation. Like this is the second week in a row where we just had a really good interview with someone who doesn't make music. Last week our interview was great too.
Who did you guys have last week?
Two professional crumb dancers, and they just
They
were just telling they were talking about a lot about culture.
TJ and DJ.
TJ, shout out to them, TJ and DJ. They were talking about like how we need a dance culture. And they want to open like a studio and make it for urban and just make like that. Like you gotta like when it drops, you gotta watch it because they just.
Well, was one thing. It's like I just read. I think who was it on Forbes? I think New York subsidized like area for the art and like the art culture. Art culture.
That's dope.
And it's like I don't think we have that in Providence. Do we have like a?
We should.
And we got some. We have like a lot of like talented
our art
people.
Scene is huge here. We have like one of the best
Like last week was Style Week in Providence, and I seen on the Instagram. There's a lot of dope companies. Like not even just menswear or streetwear, just fashion in general.
Rhode Island has so much potential, and that's why I love when I meet people who do things to try to better our. We have a lot of dope individuals. We have so many creative people. We just don't have
no avenue
our lane.
For them.
We don't have,
there's no avenue for them or any way for them to get put on. It's
like if you're in New York, there's a million lanes. You're
like
in Cali,
one thing with me is like all my opportunities have been outside of Rhode Island.
That's
like nobody locally will like really respect you or help you. It's like, but then you get like this dude from like California who's like, killing it, and like he's giving me a chance because he
sees what you're doing.
He sees what he's doing, so it's like that's why I tell anybody, is like don't expect the local culture to
we had that conversation.
Yeah, to push you forward. Like just keep doing what you're doing and think globally, not locally. Like if the local people mess with you, that's cool, and it's always cool to like contribute back to that. But just remember, at the end of the day, like you do have to grow your business.
Exactly.
You do have to become bigger than just Rhode Island. So I guess I'll leave it there.
We're gonna leave it there.
Just leave it like that. That's it.
Think globally, not
Mic
locally.
drop. Walk away, yeah.
Ivan, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate you guys having me for real.
We gonna talk more, bro.
Anytime.
We gonna get to some music though. Here's My Sub Part 3 by Big Crit. Shout out to Louis one time. This is his joint right here.
Boom.